Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from Western Kentucky, and we are ready to continue our playthrough of Total War Three Kingdoms playing as Jian. And boy, it sure pays off to have me peek around and poke around between episodes, because boy did I miss a big one. Let's just see who gained their special trait here. We got Huang Gai gaining the energetic trait, helping his campaign movement even more. Look at that. And Sun Tze is bright, helping military supplies for his own. So those two nice little traits to pick up. But back to what I'm talking about. Let's just go in here and we'll notice what I noticed. I said last time we were going to move against all the Han Empire areas. We were going to complete the Commandery of Badong, but I failed to notice one minor, just minor detail. Liu Bai, you know, he was threatening us when we came down here against Xiahou Dun, and I didn't want that much distraction coming at me, so I made peace with Liu Bai. Simple, easy peasy. But if you look over here, he has some vassals, and one of his vassals is the Han Empire. They are no longer associated with Guangzhou, and somehow in the whole course of playing along on this playthrough, I missed that fact. That's the difference in recording. When I'm recording, I try to keep moving, we keep going forward, and I don't probably look at stuff as in detail as when I play on my own. So as you can see, I missed a biggie. So I think we're going to have a little bit of change of plans, and we are going to withdraw everybody from their current directions. Our leader Sun Jian has moved, but he will be brought back. The two forces, Sun Quan and Sun Tze, that we were going to move towards the Han Empire, well, that's all different and done with now too. What we're going to do instead is we're going to take it to heck to Cao Cao, since he's the one I'm at war with. But in order to do that, the first thing I have to do, it'd be nice to gain military access from Kongzhou. So let's see if he is up for a trade, because if I can get access through his lands, guess what? Boom, Cao Cao, boom, Cao Cao, and probably these two that we don't quite have on vision on, Cao Cao. So I'm sure those, he at least has those four provinces, and who knows how much more behind that. But I think it's time to take it to Cao Cao, especially since he is weaker than us, since we took apart his Xiahou Dun in that tough battle. So I think, given the change in diplomacy and diplomatic matters, now is the time for us to take the big pounce and attack Cao Cao with all our force. So let's find Kongzhou and see if we can get, because we have a non-aggression pact with him, so I'm hoping he's amenable to some military access. There we go. Okay, he's not thrilled with it, but I think we can overcome a negative 5.5. I think we can do that. I don't think we have, yeah, we don't have really any ancillaries, but boy, look at that. I got some food. Food sure does come in handy sometimes. So let's kind of move that down. Boy, I can just make it work with just food without having to give him any of my hard-earned cash. And so I'm thinking let's do that. 7 per turn probably cuts my food, I'm thinking, close to in half. But if I'm going to be moving on and taking over Cao Cao's territories, guess what? He has a lot of food. So we're going to go ahead and trade away some food with the hopes of gaining food back. So let's get military access and let's start the big move north. Boy, what a big change in plans from what I had been thinking. We'll see if that brings us into further conflict anywhere else. I don't know, but let's do it anyway. Rather than go straight up this way, I'm trying to think the most efficient way to move north. I don't know. We got the big forest and trees. I'm almost thinking it's quicker to follow the road up here, cross the river here where there's another road. Yeah, right nearby. Even though they're not big, wide thoroughfares, I think they will help our movement overall fine. So we're going to start taking the road and moving forward. And let me just see, the road's kind of harder to see here in the wintertime. Sun Quan, time for you to be moving forward too. Yeah, you're up and moving. And finally, it looks like we got some building we can afford. We got 3,502. We got a nice income over 2,000 per turn. I think it's time to see what we can build. And you know what I was looking at earlier? I think I have not ever played as far in a playthrough to get up to a legendary armorer. So that's what we're going to build, just so I can see if it helps. I'm just curious to see if I can get any wonderful, amazing suits of armor to help me out. So let's give that a try. All right, I think we've spent our money for the turn, and we will see what the next turn brings us. There we go. That force that had come down a long time ago, still retreating. Jian Li Ting has left the coalition of Liu Bai. His coalition seems to be, well, other than his vassals. So his coalition is breaking up, but he's still got some nice vassals. Living in harmony, a loyal friend is as the mountains, unwavering before any adversity. Find a friend whose loyalty you never need question, and you will never worry. You see a kinship forming between two that you know to be stalwart and true, and are heartened by it. So Cheng Pu and Liu Fan are becoming, a lot of my characters becoming fast friends, aren't they? And we got tons of people of merit coming through, and I'm probably to the point where I can start looking at another army. But at the quick brief moment right now, I don't think I need an extra one to take on Cao Cao. So let's just move on with Cao Cao in mind. So we'll move up here to cross the river and get to that road up there. With Sun Tse, yeah, we can't cross it now. And we're just doing regular movement for the few times, just so we can replenish as we're moving through our lands here. Sun Tse will stop replenishment next turn, but he is going to be pretty well off by the time that happens. And then we have Sun Jian making his march back to join us. In fact, he is full strength except for the one. So, okay, we'll just do one more movement of regular movement, and after that we will force march him to get us caught up real quick. That's the plan to get us going. We're going to see if we can't shock and surprise, shock and awe in Cao Cao as we move everybody north. Leaves us barren in the south, but now that we're at peace with the Han Empire, who knows? Maybe no one's going to move against us, and we can afford this all-out gambit up north. And we have time to pick something new. We can increase our trade influence, increase our strategists. What does this give us potentially? What is that unit it would unlock? The heavy repeating crossbowman, not bad as a potential. I do want to get up here eventually to get an additional trade agreement. So in the process, that would increase my trade influence. I also have some buildings down here that wouldn't hurt to get some improvement down here. Some of my port style buildings I think we're waiting for. Then again, we got possibilities out here. Oh, that one unlocks a unit. God, there's just too many choices on this friggin' tree right now to choose. What is the best? What is the best? I'm also thinking, as I look down here, after my recent results, where is it down here? Plus 10 replenishment. With the kind of icky, sucky battles I've had and performance I've shown on the battlefield, I'm almost thinking I need to work down towards this regional levy down here just to improve my replenishment. Along the way we unlock some units, some cavalry units, so perhaps that would be worthwhile. But I think, oh, you never know what's right, but I think we're gonna go for this last trade agreement up here. So we're going to increase our trade influence with diplomatic missions. That's my final choice, final answer. You never know. I haven't played this enough to know the optimal strategies or the optimal paths through the tree. So we're just gonna kind of do what seems right at the moment. And I think that's all. I don't have anything else I want to build. Let's look down in Changsha. I think we're still processing. Yeah, we're still building the great armor, but we don't. Where do we have our guy that's helping us build on assignment? Oh, he's got 3 more turns down here. What we're building, what is it we're building in Changsha? 1 more turn. So we'll go back to Changsha next turn and see what's best to improve down there. We'll hang on to our funds. We'll have plenty to work with at that time. So we're going to hang on 1 more turn before we start building, and let's see if we continue unimpeded up north towards South. Empire still moving, trespassing through my territory, but we're not at war, so it's not really much of a threat. And who are you? Zerong. You would like a non-aggression pact. Well, let's double check 1 more time. That's way over on the coast. Yeah, these days I'm not even heading towards the coast, but I'm gonna pass at the moment. No, we'll go ahead with the non-aggression pact, and we'll get a small little cash, because if I do move towards the coast, it'll be south of you, at least initially, so we'll go ahead and accept that right at the moment. If we ever get back to where I can declare war on the Han Empire. And here we are. Dong Zhuo signs a peace treaty with Liu Bai. We have built our legendary armorer, so I'm interested to see how that works in our favor as far as any things that our craftsmen can send to us, and our copper mine in Poyang has finished. So 2 helpful buildings, hopefully. And we have gained an iron sickle, so who would need some expertise? Let's take a look over that way. Possibly Chengpu, possibly Sun Jian. In fact, Sun Jian will increase your expertise, which will increase your melee evasion. Anything to keep my leaders on the positive, strengthened. And boy, we need to hurry up and get to Cao Cao, because our heroism is depleting. It's not in bad shape, but if it goes below that level, I'll start worrying. So we need to have some action against Cao Cao to start eliminating that decay. Okay, we can get across the river. Our replenishment will be over, but I think we're kind of okay-ish now. Not at full strength, but we should be good, especially with Sun Quan following up. So let's get Sun Quan up there, ready to cross the river on his own next turn. And he's starting to look a lot better now too, after that horrid battle we had against Xiaodun. And I think now is the time for Sun Jian down here to move. He is fully reinforced. We'll keep Huang Gai in lead just for the campaign movement he gives us. And we will force march just to speed up this whole process. Okay, now let's go back down to Changsha, as we were talking about, and see if we have anything worthwhile building. We can get to a large city. I'm thinking we just push on. We push on at the moment and start working towards our first small regional. There's probably not a region to go, or a reason, excuse me, to go larger than the small regional city. I think that unlocks most of what we will need to build going forward, at least from what have read as far as comments from other people about the game. Boy, negative factors. The population is getting large and upsetting people. So we're going to have to look at increasing some positive factors with our income too. I mean, with what we build. Some things that have some positive influences also on the happiness of our people. Because right now, we have a drain in our public order, so we got to keep an eye on that. Something I just noticed too. So we'll examine. We're going to continue the growth to a large city, but at the same time, as I look around some more, we'll see what kind of buildings can help the happiness in this area too. Our public order. We'll have to start looking at that. But we're going to go ahead to the large city and make sure we've moved everybody else, and I think we have. Yep, everybody's moved. So let's get on to the next turn and see what it brings. I think just a quick peek, we are 4 out of 4. Okay, so we're good on the trade agreement, so let's move on. Not a lot of activity. A weakened Han Empire still trespassing. They have no regard for borders, do they? No regard for borders. Cao Cao has declared war on Jian. Fine, Cao Cao, you think you're so strong? Master of trade. Your shrewdness in all matters of trade has created much prosperity for the people of Dongwu. Its merchants present you with a gift to show their gratitude. So we've gained a gift, a jade sculptor. So we have to see who might need the expertise and cunning brings, plus the plus 10% income from commerce from an administered commandery. I like the sound of that on somebody who we are using as minister down here. Is this a good fit for you? Surplus markets and trade influence. Wow. Who's going to be better? Kind of thinking the jade sculptor definitely increases expertise better. That's for sure. So we're going to trade you out with the jade sculptor there. And Lun Song, who are you using right now? Cunning and authority. And it could unlock for you the surplus. Increased provisions is not as important. So since you're another administrator, let's give you the trader to give some choices for you. And then we have to find a home for the overseer. Cunning and authority. Somebody that might need that. Looks like everybody's got a follower position pretty much filled in. So we may just hang on to that. Cunning, instinct plus satisfaction. Do you give satisfaction? No, we'll keep, we'll just hang on to our overseer and keep it as it is right now. We've gained some traits. Qiu Shangping is creative now. Increases the expertise, very good, and construction costs. Liu Song. That's Lun Song, excuse me. Still nothing amazingly special. But you gained honest. So that's good for corruption. Got new characters moving through, and we're close. I think once we move up after Cao Cao, we'll look at expanding another army soon. But we'll hang on for the moment. And ambushes, that's her way up north, right? Yeah, so an ambush has been discovered. Whoop-de-doo-dah, not close to me, who cares? Duangzhuo has established a new capital, so he obviously is not doing well if he's all capital changing right now. But now that he's not in control of the Han Empire, who gives a whoop? So let's get back down and continue our trek north, heading to Cao Cao. And thank you, Kong Zhuo, for allowing us to walk through your lands. So I think what we'll do is we'll send Sun Jian up to the Chen farmland, and we will start heading toward the Yangzhou livestock farm with the rest of our forces. Sun Quan crossed the river. Okay, we are all across the river, so your progress north should speed up. And what is the best way to get up to Chen? I think going up this way. It looks like that's where we want to take you, Sun Jian. Okay, harvest. We should get up to the borders of both these lands next turn in the winter. And so come spring, boom-de boom-de boom, we'll be moving forward and pouncing forward. And we got some more money to spend. The question is, do we have some profitable or proper things that we can build? We need it to be a small city here, so I guess we will just, and look at that, population. So we're running into some negative factors with population, so we need to worry about that as far as our happiness. Let's increase the large town. Could it be because the town isn't big enough to hold the population? We'll see if increasing the size of the town makes people more happy just to the space they have. I got to learn this mechanic also. So we'll see if this has any impact on our happiness over here with the negative factors with the population. So we'll keep an eye on that. I got to learn all these mechanics myself as we go along in this playthrough. All right, let's take us into the autumn. Yuan Shu requests our military support against Ma Teng. Well, he is our bud, and so I think we need to accept. Where is Ma Teng? So he's way over here. Yeah, there's a big buffer between Ma Teng and getting to us as we're pushing forward because we got no defenses down in our land. So hopefully Yuan Shu can keep him out of our lands as we're dealing with Cao Cao up here. So we will accept, we will go against, or give our military support against Ma Teng. We get some nice cash in the exchange, and we want to keep Yuan Shu happy at this point. We're looking to keep him happy. We aren't ready to lose him as a friend right now. All right, let's see what's going on. Yuan Shu requested us to join his war, and we have. Han Sui join the coalition. Nah, who cares? Han Sui requested Liu Yu to join their war against Gongdu. Yeah, so some of these not the closest and not immediate interest to me. The puppet Han Emperor is captured by Liu Bai. So the Emperor has been captured once again. So as Liu Bai, as Prime Minister of the Emperor, he gets to annex Han Empire territory at a cost. Wouldn't that be nice to have available? Liu Bai gets that though. So there's a bunch of peace treaties between the Han Empire now. And I have reached my next promotion. Let's take a look up there. I am Marquis. That I now can build 4 armies. So now I'm talking about building that 4th army. Now I can do it. We have some new assignment slots. We now have 3. I think we currently have 1. So that's an increase of 2 assignments. Big deal there. We get 2 administrators provided. I think that's what we already have. Trade agreements provided is 2, so we should have an extra trade agreement. Awesome. So we'll go, first thing we're going to do, let's get into the negotiating up here and see. Yes, we can add a trade agreement and see who we can trade with, possibly. Anything to increase our income. We have Yuan Shu. Oh, we're not trading with Yuan Shu already? Man, I thought we were trading with Kong Zhao. No, that was just a non-aggression pact. So I have some, let's see who can get me the most. Let's find out. This would give me 736 with Yuan Shu. And let's just check Kong Zhao just to see what he brings to the table. Let's get out of here and do it the old-fashioned way. Guangzhou, Kongzhuo. There we are.
很高兴见到足下.
He gets 722. It's a little better with Yuan Shu. We're going to go ahead with the best bud, and we're going to negotiate the best deal we can up here. $736. Not a lot better than Kongzhou, but good enough, and we can gain a little tiny bit of cash from him if I can get this. There we go. How much will he give us? And we'll still give him some slightly in his favor. Not much, just a little. Oh, we're getting more money out of this than I thought. Look at that. There we go. 0.3 in his favor. We still get 1,416. There we go. Sounds like a nice trade deal to me. Now let's get in here. Let's get out of here and let's take a look at what kind of administrator positions we have. Oh wait, that it is. I had that backwards. I was thinking 1 and oh, we gained 2 up here. Look at that. We gained 1 more. We already had 2. We gained 1 more administrator, and we gained a grand commandant and a grand excellency. So let's see, first of all, who gives us the best administrator buffs. Whoops, let's do this. Not bad, Sun Tze. So far, the winner is Sun Tze. You are the winner, and how do you look in happiness, too? Yeah, you are in the yellow, not hideous, but you desire higher core position. That sure will take care of your happiness. So we've just added our newest administrator, and where do we want to put our administrator next? So we have 1 in Changsha and 1 in Liujiang. So I'm kind of thinking either Zhangzhou or Zhangling. Where will I want it? We'll go with Zhangling. So that's where we will take our next administrator, which is Suze. And we'll confirm that that's good for income from commerce. And I know we have a port down there. So that's where he'll be used in Zhangling. That's what I said. That's what we got to do. Yes, Zhangling. We'll confirm that. There we go. Now we have some Grand Commandants and Grand Excellencies. Let's kind of look at happiness. That's kind of a weird way to pick my promotions, but let's see who we got the lowest. 41, not hideous. 53, not bad. Cheng Pu, I'm almost thinking of rewarding Cheng Pu. And Sun Quan, I think we're going to give you a little promotion to make you a little happier. You're the worst. I'm thinking Cheng Pu and... Oh, Cheng Pu is already an administrator though, right? Yes, I don't think he's available for a promotion again. Hui Shangping perhaps. So let's take a look at who we got available here. Could always move Cheng Pu up. But we're going to do Grand Commandants, and that sounds military, so Sun Quan is leading an army right now, so we'll put Sun Quan up there. And I think these are just generic. Everybody else is pretty much going to do the same position effects. It's just their overall satisfaction that will change, and the salary that'll be different. But we'll confirm Sun Quan there. And I'm thinking Qiu Shangping will be our next promotion. There we go. So a lot more green as far as the happiness meters go. A lot more green. All right, that's enough of the housekeeping. Let's finish up here. We've done our appointments. We've done our assignments. The Badong Lumberyard up to a nice powerful little thing, and Liu Bai has relocated his capital to Chang'an. Is that the province that he's in right next to me? Yep, that's his capital right there. So his capital is very close to me right now, but we seem to be in decent shape as far as how he regards us right now. So let's get moving up to the borders so we can make our move come spring. It's autumn right now. We might even start moving in the winter. We'll see if we get a better sense of his armies. Oh, that's Liu Bai up there by the Chen livestock farm. Right where I'm headed. Oh no, it's the Chen farmland that I'm headed. Chen livestock farm is later. And he's fast moving. I don't think they're at war right now. So I don't have to worry about Liu Bai. He must be heading up to someone else he's at war with. Sun Quan, why don't we speed you up just to get you closer up this way? Little forced march, and we can take it off next turn. And finally, Sun Jian, let's get you up to the border. We can probably take you off forced march to also get you up to the border without it. Pretty dang close to it. And we might, if we're lucky, do we get a peek? Yeah, looks like Chen farmland sitting there wide open for us. We may even be able to move in the winter next turn rather than wait for the springtime. And we may just do the same thing to the Yangzhou livestock farm and just start chewing away on Cao Cao's lands. Oh, we got some good income now though, so we got to start looking at some building here. He's calling back from assignment, so we're going to go ahead and build anyway. This is the best funds, the best amount of money we've had in a while. We can almost just pop up a new army right away, but I think what we're going to do is actually look at seeing what we might be able to build. So we don't have an issue. We have a slight issue with population there. Why don't we just take this chance, build the larger cities, and see if that starts helping our population negativity with these larger. Now we go from negative, so that's going to chunk into 4 food also. So I got to also be careful that I don't use up and chew up my food. But like I said, we're headed to gain some food, so I'm fine going ahead and going that route. And we'll find out real quick. It's a lot of money invested to find something out, but we're going to find out if these larger cities take the pressure off that negative impact from population, giving people more space, or if that's something different I got to look at and work on some different buildings to help with that negative population influence that we're getting that's hurting some of our happiness. Yeah, because we definitely have an issue down in Changsha, don't we? Definitely. But we'll see if that city gets built soon. 5 more turns. We'll see if that helps us out. Time will tell. And in the meantime, if anybody watches this and does know the answer, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Help me learn the game along with just playing along. Give me some tips. I would not mind that at all. Okay, let's move on and see if Cao Cao's got some hidden force there that he's going to move against us. I doubt it. His force is less than us. Who knows where they're hiding? Now, who is that moving down, though? We got to keep an eye since we are helping, what, Ma Teng? We got to see it, make sure he's not sending forces down. So anybody new that's kind of moving in my direction, we're going to have to take a peek at. Okay, we are in here a winter, and there's a lot going on. We'll see if anything's close enough. Cao Cao has requested Zerong join their war against Jian Li Ting. So go ahead and fight against somebody else, Cao Cao. Well, I'm going to be gobbling up your lands if you're busy somewhere else. Cao Cao requested, he's requesting all sorts of help against Jian Li Ting. And I'm fine, or else he's requesting all this help to free him up to come back against me. So we shall see. Zhang Yan, a peace treaty with Liu Bai. Kind of going through these zippity quick because not a ton are super close to us. I don't think there's a lot of impact we got to worry about right away. And Changsha large city construction complete. I didn't think we had that. I must not have been focused on that. Didn't focus on Changsha. Let's see. Let's go down to Changsha now and see if we have any better results. Now we still got that negative factor of population. So we're going to have to work on getting some positive things going, or we're going to start getting some revolt. It's already affecting our population growth there. So we're going to have to take a look, and I'm going to have to take a look when we have a chance at what some other things we might be able to build down here that will help our happiness and work towards our happiness. That's something I'll have to explore specifically after this episode's over. But it's winter. Let's start taking the fight to Cao Cao. And we can move right up there to the Chen farmland. Boom, there you go, Cao Cao. Payback sucks, doesn't it? Decisive victory. Massively outnumber. So let's just delegate and take over the farmland. Besides, these days we need all the food we can get. And I don't mind hurting Cao Cao's situation with the food. Okay, we're gaining back some heroism there also. And we're going to occupy. And with our other forces down here, we won't be able to reach it, but we will start marching towards it. Sun Ce and Sun Quan, it's now your turn. And we're going to take you off of forced march, I think, just in case we run into somebody along the way. And I'm kind of thinking we'll just move you straight north. Since nobody's there, we will be able to take over the livestock farm just fine, and then we'll move up to the Chen livestock farm. So let's just take you on a straight northern path. No surprises unearthed yet. All right, I'm not looking to build right at the moment. Cao Cao's capital is just out of sight, a little bit to the north. We should have no problem taking over those two provinces. Let's move ahead real quick to the next turn. I have nothing I'm going to build quite this turn. We're going to start building up a little money for that next army because we have a decent positive income to be able to afford them as we take over these cities. Next turn. All right, we got him moving down. Who did I not keep track of up there? Zhuangzhuo will sign peace with us. We will receive a payment of 597. We will receive regular payment. So Zhuangzhuo, you are no longer a threat in my mind. You don't control the Han Empire. I'm actually going to accept peace with you at this time. bygones be bygones. I don't hold grudges, right? No, but I do. That's why I'm attacking Cao Cao now. Problem is, who moved out of sight down here that I lost track of? I meant last turn to take a look at them. Sun Jian, I'm thinking we're going to move you back down. We're going to lose some negative support because I'm moving the garrison out of here. But I think it's important to move south because someone's caught my eye over here. So let's force march Sun Jian and Huang Gai. Force march them south. At high speed. Just in case. Whatever that threat might be over here that I didn't quite catch. I meant to look at it last turn and I didn't, so now I'm paying the price. Rather than keeping Sun Jian moving north, he's got to come back and satisfy my fear. Okay, let's do this southernmost first. Sun Ce, let's take over, I'm assuming, the livestock farm because it's undefended. It's a close victory being predicted just because he has a huge garrison and it's a tight little map. No, it's a wide open map. So let's see. I'm wondering why they're giving him so much. We're just going to delegate one. Well, let's continue starving out. Let's see how this next battle goes with Sun Quan. And just to give us a little battle in this episode, we may just fight it. So let's move up to the livestock farm here with Sun Quan. We're looking at also a close victory. So these livestock farms have some decent garrisons. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and delegate this battle up north with Sun Quan. And we'll fight the other one out just so we have a little battle for this episode. Hopefully I don't screw it up and regret my decision. 37 heroism. Very, very good. Let's occupy and replenish. And while we're waiting, we will fight this battle down here. And let's start the battle. Okay, here we are on the battlefield. We are, as far as I know, the attacker. And we got a little line of trees, a small rise in the distance. So it depends on how aggressive he's going to be if he takes this hill in the middle, but that's where we're going to start out trying to achieve. Okay, and we will have our horse archers. We will have them venturing forth with the flaming arrows active. Oh, that got the cat. That got the cat excited. You can hear the jingle in the background. He likes that move. Get the flaming arrows on the horse archers. Okay. And let's start the battle and we'll move forward from here. So he is sitting right below that ridge and he's moving forward to take it. Looks like he is. So we'll kind of stand pat. It looks like he's moving forward just for the simple fact that I have the trebuchets and he doesn't want to sit there and get pounded by them. So he'll move forward and get pounded by them. So let's get our cavalry off on the flanks. We will turn on skirmish mode also. For the horse archers at least.
冲锋了吗？众军前进！胜利就在眼前！骑兵听命，砍翻他们！马军准备，给我上！
Okay, we're closing to engage on their archers in the background.
准备就绪！快！推动花式车！给我射击！时机已至！骑兵注意，不要留情！敌军四散而逃。 到底是无胆鼠辈！放箭！花式车听命！射击敌军！挺住！上！
Well, so far this battle looks good. It's a nice change of pace, having no generals going against them. Having a battle I'm supposed to win. Let's get my cavalry out of there. In fact, let's just bring it down in behind these spearmen down here and lighten their morale with the rear attack. There we go. It was nice to have a battle, albeit a simple little one. But we needed a battle in this episode before we called it a day, because I need some time to research what to do about our happiness due to population. So I'll do that off camera and figure that part of the game out. And let's end the battle. We've taken it to Cao Cao, taken over 3 of his territories. I have Sun Jian moving south to explore and see who is that mystery army moving down towards my provinces, just in case. And the rest of us will continue moving to what might be Cao Cao's final city that I see. But we'll look at the map and find out. First of all, let's see what kind of coin we gain, and then the kind of heroism we gain. 54 heroism. Awesome. We needed some nice heroism, and boom, we've maxed out that bar that I was so worried about. So we'll click through and find out what's going on with all the diplomacy when we get back. We will look at all these wonderful promotions when we get back, and we will look at our reform when we get back. So we got all sorts of fun housekeeping to take care of, as we have taken a bite out of Cao Cao. That's for dang sure. So it looks like Cao Cao may still have a couple provinces left up to the north. In fact, several scattered provinces up to the north. So we'll take a look at continuing to take it to Cao Cao. We haven't run into any of his armies. He's got to be feeling a little hurt at this point. So we'll all look at this and have some fun and see what our best moves might be when we return. This is ZigZagZog signing off from Western Kentucky. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please leave me a comment. I would appreciate it. Thank you.